Hello, the internet, and welcome to the fast school holiday programs by the CNRL Children's Services and CNRL Library Innovation Studio. And what are we going to make today, Kelly?
We're going to make stained glass biscuits.
Cool. Okay, to make stained glass biscuits, you will need boiled sweets, a rolling pin, Ziploc bags. You're going to need eggs, butter, flour, soft icing mixture, some vanilla essence, a mixing bowl and spoon, some cookie cutters, a cup measure, baking paper and tray, and a few other bits like a butter brush. So the first step is we need to get our boiled sweets, put them into colour order, and pop them in a Ziploc bag. Like that, put the others away so we don't want to mix the colours up. And then I'm going to use a rolling pin, but you can use any kind of blunt object you like, and we need to bash these boiled sweets till they're all... How small do we need them?
Granular.
Granular.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's going to take a fair bit of bashing. I'm going to do a little bit of this here to show you how it's done. Then I'm going to nip off and do a bit more smashing while Kelly gets on with the tricky bits of the cake. And then I'm going to come back. We're not making a cake, are we? We're making biscuits. The tricky bits of the biscuits. So here we go with a bit of a whack. That's actually not too bad. I need to do a little bit more. But it's not looking too bad. And don't go too crazy or you'll break the bag and you'll have boiled sweets everywhere. Right, I'm going to be back. I'm going to bash up some more sweets.
Well, I'm going to show you how to put the biscuits together. So we're going to start with a large bowl, like this. And we've got our oven already preheated to 160 fan forced. And then we are going to combine. We have half a cup of butter, so we'll pop that in. Great. We've got 2/3 of a cup of icing sugar. That goes in as well. Lots of good chances to talk about measurement with your kids while you're doing this. Great. So combining that and that, you're going to get 1 teaspoon of vanilla essence. This is a little tricky, but it's not a big issue if you accidentally put a little bit too much in. There you go, and the vanilla essence is in. Great. Use a fork in your mussels. I'm going to mix the butter, or cream the butter, and the icing sugar together with that little bit of vanilla. We'll keep going until it sort of looks like a nice pale colour and everything's combined. That's it. Everyone can have a go. And I'll show you what it looks like. And there we have it. We've got creamed butter and icing mixture and vanilla. So the next step is we're going to beat an egg. So see if I can do it without any shell. Crack. There we go. The mixture's in there. And Jonathan's come up with an ingenious idea. He's fed his fork so we don't get mess everywhere. Please check with your parents' kids before you bend your forks. And I'll beat this egg up. It does work. Great. All right, we're going to gradually add our beaten egg to the mixture. Great. Combine the egg to the mixture. So it's going to start looking a little bit runny. And the next step is to gradually combine the 2 cups of sifted flour gradually into the mixture, and you're folding it in with a knife. That's it. This is a good one for the kids to do. Takes a little bit of time. Stirring it around. It's sort of coming together. All right, a little bit more flour. Basically, you continue stirring. Oops, a bit messy. Okay, so we're going to add the last of the flour. Pass the bowl to your next child and they can have a go. So the next step, after you've made sure you've washed your hands, is to combine the mixture together into a ball. Kind of therapeutic. Squishing it together. Oh yeah, came together. Squishing it together. Those last bits. There we are. Great, and then you're going to turn it out onto your baking paper.
Okay, so Kelly's got really far with making the dough. I've finished smashing the sweets and brought back the rolling pin. And I'll give you a quick look at these. Lovely orange. The red's turned a sort of pinky colour. The green's going to be quite good. Purple is going to be probably quite vivid. And the yellow should go a nice kind of see-through colour. That one's probably going to be great.
So would you like to do the honours of rolling?
Sure, happy to do the rolling.
Okay.
It's been a while since I did rolling. Oop.
I'll hold the paper, you roll.
Like we're doing this on baking paper, it seems to, when you're doing it on a floured surface, it still sticks. And this way you don't need a floured surface, you can just do it on this. It's kind of cool.
So we're looking to roll it out to about 5 mils,
Okay.
5 millimetres, half a centimetre.
Now if it does start to stick to your rolling pin, get a bit more of the flour, just put it on the rolling pin and that'll stop that happening. Mine's going quite well at the moment though. And go in every direction to make a nice round shape. That also helps to make sure you get a good even thickness across the whole thing.
So what we've got here are some different alternatives for cutters. So you can either use the traditional cutter, like a large circle, but we just went and found a cup that's exactly the same size. So you don't need anything fancy. And you also need a 2 litre or 3 litre milk carton top. And that is the perfect shape to take out the middle, and that's going to be where the stained glass board lolly will go. Okay.
Exciting.
Yeah, all right. Would you like to do the honours, Jonathan?
Sure, I might use the cookie cutter the first time, see how
Sure.
that goes. And I'll go near the edge, because although we can push all this back together again, the less times you have to do that, it's just a bit quicker and easier. So a little twist, and I'll pull a bit off here. I should just be able to get that out. There we go.
Great.
And then this one for the middle, just like that. Push it down a bit with a bit of a twist, and let's see how we did. And hopefully I should just be able to pop that out pretty much. I might go the other side. You can just see the outline there. Just a little push. It'll get me through both sides pretty much. And if you have a bit of trouble, a little knife would just finish it off. But I don't think we're going to need that this time. There we go. And this won't go to waste. We'll put this over here because we'll roll this back into our dough for when we're making more, we're getting low and stuff. Okay, so we'll need to do that a few times
Yes,
to get lots and lots of biscuits.
I might try
Sure.
the cup, see how that goes. Okay, so like Jonathan did a bit of a twist. Let's see if that worked. Oh, now we might give him a bit of a... Oh, look at that.
That looks great.
Doesn't it?
Who
Okay.
needs cookie cutters?
That's right. All right, so we'll just move him across so you can see. All right, I might try a little more force this time, Jonathan, and see if that helps. A bit more muscle. Push down with your thumbs. Let's see if this is going to work.
Oh, yes.
Yay.
Just
Oh,
needed to give
now
it a bit of
this'll
welly.
do. There we are.
Okay, so now we've got all this together. We'll just kind of squish this back into a ball just to get rid of the air. Don't have to go too perfect. And then roll it out again, and then we can get even more cookies out of our dough. Probably haven't even used half of it yet.
This will be different. Yeah, you're
And
going to cut.
I'm going to cut with
Good
this
on
one.
you.
So if you don't have a lid or something like that, you can just use a knife like this. There we go. So you've got a hole, that'll work just as well. Little baby one.
All right, so we're going to transfer these over to our tray with baking paper.
Lovely.
And then we're just going to brush with the lightly beaten eggs in.
And why do we do this? What does having brushed egg on top of our cookies do for us?
It's going to give us a really nice glossy top, I think.
Ooh.
So we're only going to put these in for 7 minutes to start with because we want to cook up the bickies and then we're going to take it out of the oven. So pop it in. I'll just be in there for 7 minutes. They're starting to smell really nice, so we're going to give it a go. So we'll bring them out. Oh, they smell really good. Yep, they're starting to feel hard.
Okay, so the next step is we're going to get our crushed boiled lollies and we're going to sprinkle them inside the whole of each one. We're just going to do one colour in each to get a really good result. So I'm just going to get a pinch between fingers and thumb and I'm just going to sprinkle it in. It doesn't matter if some of it does go onto the biscuit itself, but the aim of it is to try and fill the hole. Now the boiled lolly will melt into a sort of sticky liquid at first while it's in the oven, and all those little air pockets here will disappear, so you might want to pile it up just a little bit because it will reduce down. Now when this is finished and it's in the oven, you're going to have to wait for about 5 minutes, and I reckon in those 5 minutes you could probably be licking your fingers because that's going to be delicious. But don't do it until we've got the cookies away, and when you finish licking your fingers, you need to wash your hands again before we touch the biscuits.
So we're going to put them back in the oven for 5 more minutes and thereabouts. I think it'll be fun to watch the window and see what happens.
Yeah. So these have been out of the oven cooling down for a while. We've had them on our wire rack, and we sped up the cooling process a little bit just by putting it into the fridge. And we were looking at them earlier on and wasn't sure if they were ready yet because they still look bubbly, but they are rock hard. It's great. So, moment of truth.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get one off. Ooh.
Oh, wow.
That is fairly see-through.
Oh, look at that.
Oh wow, that's got a bit of a glow to it.
Yeah, there's the back.
The yellow one. Okay, not as see-through as we thought it was going to be. Wow, look at this. So much jam on this one. Okay, I think this is a great success.
Definitely.
Shall we see what they taste like?
Okay, which one are you going to try?
I'm going to try this purple one.
Okay, I'm going to go for the pink one. Mmm.
That's pretty nice.
Mmm. Mmm.
The biscuit's good, but I've got to get to the... It's not jam, is it? I've got to get to the glass in the middle, see what that's like. Oh!
What happened? Did it break off in your mouth?
A real cracking noise.
Mmm.
It's not sharp, but it made quite a noise in my mouth. That was exciting.
What does it taste like with the sweetness of the boiled lolly and then the vanilla of the biscuit?
It's a really good combination.
Mm.
It is a bit of a jam-like thing.
Mmm. Mmm.
It's very good. And we're going to eat all these. We hope you enjoyed this workshop and keep watching to find out what you will need for tomorrow's workshop. See you next time.
In our next workshop, we will be doing stop motion animation. To do this activity, you will need a mobile or tablet with Android or Apple iOS, a stand or some books, some toys, something to put in the background, and the app Stop Motion Studio, which is a free app on the app stores. See you then.